Welcome to another live stream Watchalong reaction. Tonight we're reacting to Club América versus Columbus Crew. Leagues Cup 2026 quarterfinals. 3 of the 4 MLS teams have been eliminated. Columbus is the last team standing in MLS. Could they stop a wipeout? Or will Liga MX sweep and have their first all 3 spots going to Liga MX in Champions Cup year? Could they have their first ever wipeout year? We're going to find out. Club América contra Columbus Crew, la Leagues Cup, cuartos de final. 3 Liga MX equipos avanzar. América posible 4 equipos. Último Liga MX team. Último cuartos de final. Starting 11s are as follows. In goal, Rodolfo Cota for América. The back four, Kevin Alvarez, Israel Reyes, Sebastian Cáceres, Christian Borja. The midfield, 2. Yep. Midfield 2 are Richard Sanchez, Eric Sanchez, and Alan Cervantes. The midfield 3 of Brian Rodriguez, Rafael Vega, Isaias Volante, and Henry Martin. For Columbus Crew, in goal, we got Patrick Schulte. The midfield, or the back four, Malti Amundsen, Sean Zawadski, Jorge Ruvalcaba, or Cesar Ruvalcaba. Jorge plays for Cesar Ruvalcaba. Well, we had 1. Steven Moreira. Midfield 4, Taha Habrun. We have Tarun Karunmachi, Dillon Shambost, and Brooks Lennon. And the front 2 of Joseph Martinez and Bryce Mendez for América versus the Crew. So there you go. We'll watch this game. We'll review it once it's over, and we'll be on our way in the next 45. We'll review this game once it's over. As it stands, 1-1 for Xelajú versus LA Firpo. 1-1. 1-1. Alajuelense on the outside looking in with their draw against Plaza Amador. LA Firpo top of the group with their draw. Plaza Amador 7 points. Xelajú 4 points. Alajuelense needs to win to advance, because they're playing Plaza Amador. That would knock them out and put them ahead of LA Firpo even with their loss. 1-1. Well, goal differential wise, well, either way, we'll see. Game about to get going. Here we go. We have 1 stream tomorrow. That is Olympia Saprissa, which the winner of that game wins Group C of the Central American Cup. We know who's advancing in that sense. We know 6 of the 8 teams who have advanced. Well, actually, 10-4 White Sox. Good for the Blue Jays. Very good for the Blue Jays. So, we'll finish this game out. Prediction, Columbus loses. América wins 2-0. 2-0 is my guess. So, of course, Marathon and Herediano won 2-1, but it wasn't enough for them to advance. Alianza and Marathon advance out of Group B. Cartagenas and Motagua out of Group A. Saprissa and Olympia will advance out of Group C. The question is who wins the group. And Firpo and Plaza Amador at the moment advance. Alajuelense still could. Guillermo Pacheco, the VAR referee tonight. You're saying Cota is better than Schulte? No, not exactly. I'm saying that América is a better team than Columbus right now. You do realize Columbus is 15th in the East. You do realize that, right? América is better than that. 6-1-6 with 2 penalty wins. 5-1-6 versus MLS opponents. Best finish the 2024 quarterfinals for Club América. So that's all I'm saying. The Saprissa Olympia game, we know both of them are advancing. The question is, with that game, who's winning the group? I mean, anything can happen. That's true, but we've thought every Liga MX team was better than MLS this round. Well, so far. That has shown up. Columbus Crew's 10-0-4 with 2 penalty wins. 5-0-2 versus Liga MX opponents. 2024 champions of the Leagues Cup. Over LAFC, I think. Yeah. So we'll see how let's see how this game goes. We'll review this game once it's over. And we'll be back tomorrow for Olympia versus Prisa live RSR at 9:30. That's it. So we have only one game tomorrow. A prediction and recap and prediction video Friday. Toronto FC Saturday. And St. Louis City on Sunday. Monday, another prediction and recap video. And then Tuesday, we'll see what the schedule looks like for, well, the rest of next week and September, because I got to make the September schedule. Either way. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. We're off. Partido inicio. 0-0, 0-0. We have begun the final quarterfinal of Leagues Cup 2026. 3 MLS teams have been eliminated. Columbus is the last hope for MLS. This game in Carson, California. It's a home game for América. Certainly is. Can Columbus punch above their weight when it comes to Leagues Cup like they have been? I know they've played 3 teams that aren't as good as América, and they've won 2 out of 3 and won the shootout against Pumas. América's a whole different animal, especially away. What you would consider a home game for them. It's not the Azteca, but it's still definitely a home game for América. So do with that what you will. We have 45 more, or 90 minutes to go in this game. The Braves walked off the Dodgers. Let's go! 2 minutes in. MLS's last stand is a last place team. Yeah, I know. That's classic MLS, to be honest. Classic MLS. Last stand is a last place team. I swear, if I hear Mexican fans starting to say, oh, Leagues Cup is actually cool now. Nah. We ain't doing that. Not after the past couple of years when you hated it because y'all were getting your ass whipped. If I start hearing Mexican fans saying they love Leagues Cup, I'm gonna honestly laugh. Playing forward, América has the ball. If América wins, then Pachuca goes to CONCACAF Champions Cup. Well, shot goal! 1-0 already! And it's a tap-in! Offside! Offside! Columbus gets a stay of execution, but if that's what they're going to do, this ain't going to be a pretty night. This ain't going to be a pretty night. I think Tijuana too. Monterrey and Pachuca are 7th and 8th in the Liga MX. If precursor of what is coming, yeah. If America and Toluca win, well, Monterrey be in the third place game, so they could still win their way in. But if America and Toluca are in the final, Monterrey doesn't even need to win the third place game to make the Champions Cup. And Pachuca will be in the Champions Cup because those Liga MX spots that Toluca and Cruz Azul has the round of 16 spot by through Liga MX for next year. Weirdly enough, they had more points than Toluca. So, Toluca has a prelim round spot, so the only way they could get a round of 16 spot is winning this whole tournament. Same as America. Monterrey, if Toluca and America make the final, those two tickets will slide down the aggregate table, which would be Pachuca in 7th and Monterrey in 8th. Now, if Monterrey wins the third place game, then that extra Liga MX spot would slide down another place, which might be Xolos, which might be. I didn't see who was in 9th, but possibly. Let's look it up. 0-0, 0-0. Let me go back. And see who it was. Current season, Apertura. Let's throw that back to last season with an aggregate table, which is what qualifies to the Champions Cup. It is Tijuana, yes. If Monterrey, so Tijuana's way to qualify is hope to the Champions Cup, is hope Toluca and America make the final of the Leagues Cup and hope Monterrey. The easiest way to hope is hope Monterrey wins the third place game, which means Pachuca and Tijuana would get round 1 slots in the Champions Cup because the league qualification tickets would slide down to them. Because Monterrey would have the third place ticket, Toluca would have the final winner or final runner-up ticket, and then America would have the runner-up or final winner ticket of Leagues Cup. So Tijuana still has a chance to make Champions Cup. If there's a washout and Monterrey wins third place and Toluca and America make the final, or one of Toluca and America win the third place game when Monterrey makes the final, whether win or lose, they would make the Champions Cup with Pachuca. You could have 9 Mexican teams in the Champions Cup because of Leagues Cup, if there's the right order of teams. And Tijuana is one of those teams. Atlas just missed. They needed to win this tournament or make the final 3, top 3. Anybody under Tijuana had to make the top 3. So Tijuana threw this tournament away, and they still might make the Champions Cup if the right outcomes happen. The easiest way is Monterrey makes a third place match and wins the third place match. And then America and Toluca are the final. Just to think about that. So, because Toluca and America are the 2 teams left in this tournament that are in the Champions Cup. Monterrey and León are not. León's the team furthest out of anything. León needs to win this tournament or finish top 3 to make the Champions Cup. If there is a washout of Liga MX teams, and it's all in the semifinals, if Toluca and America make the final, there will be 6, 7. Well, Monterrey still might make it. And then if León wins the third place match, there you go. Either way. Club América has a great chance of winning this tournament. Wrexham versus Birmingham on Friday. Yeah, that's a crazy game. Ryan Reynolds and Rob McElhaney versus Tom Brady. And the White Sox beat the Rangers. That's good for the Blue Jays. Let's go. Justin Foscue made the final out, though. That sucks. Still 0-0. And Alajuelense, Plaza Amador. Alajuelense has to win that match to advance. Shelahu Firpo is 1-1. So, there's that. We are staring down the barrel of a... We're staring down the barrel of a washout. Here comes Columbus. Joseph with the ball on his feet. Huh. Mendez to take the free kick. Caught. Oh, brought down and saved by Cota. Oh, my. Almost. What a failure there by Cota. Medico wins 3-0 along with the crew getting a red card. The way this game's going, you might be right. Yup. Are you forgetting Columbus Crew have an ex-United player, next Barcelona player, Andre Gomes, and Eric Bailly? Eric Bailly is probably... Really? I mean, I think he's injured, isn't he? He hadn't really shown up much since he's went to Columbus. Let me look at the bench. Playing forward is America. Shot! Goal! Goal! There it is. Bailly is on the bench. It's 1-0 America. There it is. There's the goal you were looking to see. Rafael Vega. 1-0. 1-0. What a finish. Amazing finish. For sure. Rafael Vega goal. Gol de America. 1-0. Rafael Vega. Justin Martinez has now traveled to the crew. And that's the goal they probably... Can't say I'm surprised. Rafael Vega with a finish. 11th minute. What a finish. Steps up and boom. Top bins and beats Schulte. 1-0, 1-0. It's 45 more. Well, it ain't going to be pretty for the rest. You thought this game was going to be pretty or wrong? Twelfth minute. Playing forward. Here come America. Playing forward. Depending on how much of an ass kicking this game is, I might not even do a review for this one. This one's going to be ugly. I mean, I'm talking about it on the recap anyway. So, Toluca versus Leon is the semifinal of the Leagues Cup. The winner of this game plays Monterrey, which it looks like it'll be América versus Monterrey. What happened to MLS teams? The Liga MX teams are just better this year. That's a simple answer. The MLS teams were just not as good as the Liga MX teams this year. Do that what you will. They did a reverse Mexico, pretty much, yeah. They did what Mexico's been doing the past couple of seasons. So do that what you will. Playing forward. Disastrous Leagues Cup for MLS. I agree. Like, if we're being honest, we needed Miami to make it. There won't be a Leagues Cup when Mexico goes CONMEBOL. If it does go CONMEBOL. Playing forward. Almost threw that right into the frickin' overall. Playing forward wide. MLS. Nobody really cared in MLS besides a few teams that didn't make it out. LAFC, Portland, Charlotte, who barely missed out. I mean, they cared about it. Miami cared. They just weren't good enough. If this game ends up being like a 4-0, I'm not even reviewing it. To be honest. Corner. I might save the reaction to this one to the frickin' recap video. Header. Shot. Oh, off the post. Columbus almost tied it. Done with the season, burn it down before the sprint started. Over. Let's let Laurent have a full off season. I agree with you. Like, I can't blame a lot of this on Laurent, but losing Wessam Abu Ali, that's hell. Like, I can imagine Bryce and Wessam being amazing together as players, on a team together. But I feel this is sort of the knock-on effects of the window closing last year. This Columbus team ain't the team who was... It's kind of like Toronto. I hate to tell you, Connor, but this is kind of like Toronto post-Tim Bezbachenko. There's way too many... For me, there's way too many parallels. For me, like, I know what you're going through. Except Wilfred Nancy's a better manager than Greg Vanney, but you lost Wilfred Nancy. I think Laurent Courtois is a better manager than Chris Armas, but you lost Tim Bezbachenko for Issa Tall, who might just be as incompetent as Ali Curtis. The Haslams don't know what the hell they're doing, just like Bill Manning didn't know what the hell he was doing. Ali Curtis and Issa Tall are about as incompetent as each other. And you lost your amazing miracle-working manager for a guy, well, at least for your case, is still pretty good. And you all know well. But he ain't Wilfred Nancy. But I wouldn't say Vanney was a magic. That's the big difference, is Wilfred Nancy is actually a good manager. But I think Laurent's a pretty good manager as well. But this is... I'm not saying you're going to be as bad as Toronto post-2020, but... this is going to be a little bit painful, but there are things that are very similar, like the Champions League final run, or the Champions Cup final run, winning the MLS Cup, being one of the best teams in the league, still being competitive after that cup, not winning the cup again, but losing in a final very soon after your cup, winning a Leagues Cup, being in a Champions Cup final, losing that Champions Cup final, still winning cups. But Weston was a huge blow. It all rolled downhill from there. So, point is, I think you're better off than 2021 Toronto, but the things are very similar. Like, it's weird how similar your peak and now going down into a valley was to us. It's weird how similar it is. And it all started when Tim Bezbachenko left. Or that's when the cracks started forming. I think, I gotta say, I feel like both years, Westham getting injured really hurt things for Columbus, but it should be a free kick for Columbus, but okay. It is a free kick, okay. Handball free kick, 20th minute. But overall, like, Tim Bezbachenko is a freaking genius, is all I'm saying. I know he's a Columbus kid, so that's why he went back to Columbus. Tim Bezbachenko was the reason why. Shot, save by Kota. Free kick for America. Like, you... Good free kick from Mendez, but got saved. I mean, Bryce Mendez looks like a good player, but it's so sad to see Columbus be the way they are. Like, it's like, well, you know, you got Bryce Mendez, but the rest of them suck. It's kind of crazy when you think about it. Orioles are ahead of the Blue Jays. Rangers are 2 games back. Orioles are 2.5. Blue Jays are 3. So it's the Guardians who have to lose. Okay. Jays just got to keep winning then. .22 minute. Why do I feel like this game's going to be boring even though America wins, whether it's a big win or a small? I need to see more to want to do a review for this match after this stream's over. To be honest. The only hope is the Open Cup, and that's looking grim. Overall, we'll see what happens. If I'm right, isn't Columbus playing St. Louis in the semifinal? I don't know how grim it looks, to be honest. Oh wait, or is it Orlando, Columbus, and St. Louis, Colorado, or something like that? Okay, maybe that's why I looked grim. I mean, Orlando's good enough to beat y'all. All right, yeah, St. Louis is okay. My bad. Yeah, St. Louis, Colorado. My bad. Yeah. Playing forward. Here comes America. For the second goal of the game, here's a chance. Shot saved by Schulte. Hold on. Playing forward. We got Orlando. Yeah, Orlando. Okay, yeah. St. Louis is the other semi. Okay. I think it's over. Yeah, I don't think Columbus. Whether it becomes 2-0 or 3-0, either America's going to treat Columbus like a boa constrictor and choke them out, or curb stomp them like it's the frickin'. Like they're, I don't know. Like it's Leagues Cup History X. America's either going to curb stomp Columbus like it's Leagues Cup History X or choke them out like a boa constrictor. But I think this game's over. You gonna get stomped. Are the new transfers from South America doing great? I mean, America looks good. Columbus, I mean, Bryce Mendez is great. But other than that, Joseph is washed. He's been washed for years. Do with that what you will. .26 minute. Playing forward, America. Violante shot wide. What was crossed actually? See what has done left. He emptied everything at the World Cup. I don't blame him. It's the World Cup. I can't get mad at him for that. Like, he had to know this season was kind of a wash for Columbus. I mean, do you really blame him? It was probably a one-time thing for him. Whether Cape Verde makes it again or not, this was him at his prime. He's never going to be at a World Cup again at his prime like this. Here's a shot over the bar. He had like he had to, and it was worth it. Like Cape Verde offside was the biggest story of the World Cup. Cape Verde was the biggest story of the World Cup. I don't blame him. The season was over before the tournament. Well, I mean, it wasn't over like it is now. I mean, the East is pretty damn tight, though, so. I mean, anything could happen, but, I mean, the way Columbus is playing, I don't know, man. Let's look at the scores at Central American Cup while we're at it. We got a 0-0 at halftime for Alajuelense Plaza Amador, 1-1 for Xelajú Firpo. 29th minute. Either way. Ball crossed in, punched away. 30th minute. Caught. Timbers could get one of Marty's former players from QPR. Oh, that's interesting. Thirtieth minute. Playing forward. América gets the ball back. Is there a chance this might go to penalties? I don't think Columbus has a goal in them. I'm serious. Unless Bryce Mendez does something special, I don't think they have a goal in them. I really don't. I really don't. To be honest. I guess there's a non-zero chance, but less than 10. Playing forward. Violante saved by Schulte. Schulte's got to stand on his head, which he has been doing, except for the first goal. And we got to have some magic from Bryce Mendez if you want this to go to pens. I think we only got about a 10% chance. America's too good to be held out. Held to one goal against a Columbus team that's this bad. Do that what you will. Playing forward. So we'll do that what you will. Playing forward. Saved. Colta covers it. .44th minute after the World Cup, Iran and Mexico have been BFFs. Well, I understand that. The 35th minute. We'll be back for the second half. Honestly, this game really can't say much about this game. Shot! Joseph wide! Joseph Martinez almost brought some magic out. No, that almost was old Joseph. What a ball by Moreira. Joseph right through the legs of Colta, and that's a corner. Damian Downs in Portland. That would actually be a good move. Ball crossed in, punched away. What? Colta might cause a mistake, though. He might cause a mistake. I'd like to see Riyad Mahrez in MLS. I agree. Saved. Rebound. Colta's spilling the ball like a damn... Oh. Oh, that should be... Oh, Lord. That could be and should be a handball. That's checked on VAR. I think Columbus might get a penalty here. Well, they needed some luck to go their way. If this is a penalty, they're going to VAR for the handball. Handball. And arm stuck out by Borja. Yep. That should be a penalty. Joseph Martinez fell off since he left Atlanta. If it's a penalty, it's rigged. Here's the thing. Joseph was washed since he blew out his knee. Forget leaving Atlanta. Since he blew out his knee, he's been washed. Well, that's a penalty. And it's a penalty for Columbus off the handball. Handball penalty. Well, now Columbus has a chance to tie the game. Definitely the right call. Yeah, I agree. Having knee issues. Shit is no joke. I wasn't joking about knee issues. I was saying that Joseph, before he blew out his knee, was one of the best players, if not top 3 best players in MLS history. At least strikers. I should say strikers. Joseph to take the penalty. Joseph, after blowing out his knee, wasn't even leaving Atlanta. After he blew out his knee, the man was washed. Nope, it's going to be Bryce Mendez to take the penalty. Jesus Christ, I'm tired of this. Can we stop doing the, I'm going to hand off the ball to this guy. Can we stop doing that? I'm tired of this shit. Honestly, new rule. If you hold the ball over the penalty spot, you take the penalty. You can't hand it off. talking to Henry. My bad. My bad. I'm just saying. I was making sure. Either way, Bryce Mendez to take the penalty. I'm tired of this hand off the penalty to somebody else shit. I'm tired of it. I'm absolutely... I don't know who came up with it. I'm tired of it. Mendez shot saved by Colta. Corner for Columbus. Wow. Wow. Maybe they should have let Joseph take it. I don't know. Joseph, the one thing he's still amazing at is penalties. The one thing Joseph's still old Joseph at is penalties. They should have let him see karma. Don't karma. Corner. Big chance missed there. I think they lost the game there, to be honest. Playing for it. I mean, Cota's spilling the ball, but shot blocked away. America's trying to let Columbus get back into it. I think they're making mistakes because they feel sorry for him. Ball crossed in, cleared away for another corner. I mean, America legitimately is playing scattergun right now. I don't know what the... Boom. Tornado in Prince Edward Island, Canada today. Very rare for the province. Prince Edward Island slabbed. Ball crossed in. Well, that's out for a goal kick. Sub-vortices. Oh my God, they did get slabbed. Prince Edward Island got slabbed. You start getting knee issues at 30. Well, I mean, it doesn't help when you blow out your knee. Playing forward. Geez, prayers for PEI. Yeah, it's sad to hear. They had a... That's crazy. Tornadoes are... I know you do. '41st minute. It's... Playing forward. Columbus, cross in. Header at the near post, or the far post, and it's out for a goal kick. Jesus Lord. America's trying to hand him a tie, and Columbus won't take it. Thought about Henry. There's nothing funny about the pain, trust me. I'm not laughing. I don't want to injure my knee. Did you hear about the flash flood in Nepal? No, I haven't. I wasn't laughing about knee injuries. No, I wasn't. Scary. That is pretty scary. Was I laughing at the slabs joke when it came to the tornado? A little bit. Yeah, that was some. Back to the goalie. Everybody in the Midwest has ceased to exist. Slabbed. Send a video of it. So that's when I stand up. It's so unstable. Have to wait a while until it actually feels normal, just normal enough so I can walk and it starts popping and cracking. Oh. That sounds horrible. '43rd minute. America, ball crossed in. Shot cleared. was a big mudslide in Nepal, too. I'm sure the flood and the mudslide are hand in hand, really. There's a reason I like running on a treadmill. Oof. "44th minute. Columbus. Header saved! Cota makes the save. 1-0, 1-0. Awesome save. 45th minute. The way this game is going, I don't know if I'll. Cota just robbed Martinez. Wow. Oh, yeah, he robbed him. Blind. Blind. He robbed him blind. 45th minute. Nepal has a cool shaped flag, and I think they should ban people from climbing mountains. Hey, if people want to climb Mount Kilimanjaro, why are you going to ban them? It's not smart, but shit. I mean, if people want to climb the mountains, so what? Let them do it. Jesus. Let them do it. Oh. Superman! 46th minute. 5 minutes of stoppage time. Superman! Rodolfo Cota turned into Superman there. Mountain climbers leave trash around. Well, I didn't know that. I don't climb mountains. The only mountain I want to climb is Mount Midoriyama. Ah, crap. I said Mount Midoriyama. Midoriyama. Ah, Midoriyama. Sasuke. The actual Sasuke. Not Ninja Warrior. The actual Sasuke. I should say not the American one, but either way. "47th minute. Header. .210 XG for Columbus, and they haven't scored yet. Jesus Lord. Does the penalty count? 47th minute. 1-1 for Alajuelense, Plaza Amador. It's 1-1 draws in both matches in CONCACAF. Damn, Alajuelense scored right after the start of the second half. And then it got tied right off the bat. Alajuelense might finally be knocked off their perch. I mean, at some point it was bound to happen, I guess. But either way. Most dangerous mountain is K2 in China, and Pakistan, 25% of climbers die there. Yeah, because it's the highest mountain. Damn. 48th minute. we'll get ready to go in the second half. 49th minute. 1-0, 1-0. Cross in. Headed away. Final minute. Shot through. Goal kick. Columbus, I mean, they've had their chances, but America have held on at times. They look like the better team, and then they tried to give it all away. They've tried to hand Columbus the game a good amount of times recently, to be honest, or at least a tie. Even with the handball, and Columbus still couldn't score to tie the game. Nine shots to 4. I mean, Columbus has put up a good fight, but they haven't finished yet. And Colta's made some good saves, but he's also done some bozo stuff. It's a wonder it is only 1-0. Schulte has stood on his head since the goal against, though. 90 or 50th minute. When will the referee make the call? 50th minute. Mount Fuji would be cool to go. I'd love to see Mount Fuji. Shot goal! 2-0. That's probably going to be it. 2-0 for America. Brian Rodriguez. Yeah, that'll probably be the one that does it. $2-0 2-0. What a killer. Yep, there it was. I'm just going to put halftime, and we'll see what happens. That should be halftime. 2-0. 2-0 America, Brian Rodriguez. Honestly, at this point, I don't know if I'll review this game at the end of it. I think we might just leave the stream as is, and I'll be back tomorrow. So, Liga MX's team is going to win the Leagues Cup no matter what. If America doesn't blow this game, yeah. So, Liga MX's team is going to win this cup no matter what. If America doesn't blow this game, this might be a foul in the build. Well, there might be a foul in the build-up. Maybe. What a finish by Rodriguez, though. And there will be 3 teams in CONCACAF out. It is a goal for America. It does stand. Goal for America. And it is halftime. Halftime. 2-0. Miro tiempo. America líder. 45 minutes away from a wipeout for MLS and Leagues Cup. Normally they do this to Liga MX. Add Toluca winning it all the whole time, so looks like that's standing well. Liga MX almost are 45 minutes away from wiping out the whole MLS from this tournament. MLS about to get the treatment they've given out the past 3 years. The past 3 years. About to happen. With that being said, sit tight, be back. Short break. 2-0. 2-0. Miro tiempo. Short break and be back. Sit tight. We're back for the stats of the half. Here's what we got. Review tonight, I'm not sure. It's about to become a runaway anyway, I think. 38% possession to 62% possession, 5 shots to 9, 4 shots on goal to 6, 139 pass accuracy, or 139 accurate passes to 238, 79% pass accuracy to 87, 0 yellow cards to 0, 1 corner to 6, 175 passes to 275, 79% pass accuracy to 87, 9 throws to 9, 5 shots to 9. We got 1 shot off goal to 2, 4 shots on goal to 6. We got 0 yellow cards to 0, 0 red cards to 0, 5 fouls to 4. 2-0 at the half. 2-0. I think America has been the better team overall. I think America has been the better team. I think America has been stronger. I think they've been better. Yes, they tried to give the game away after their first goal for like 20, 25, 30 minutes. But in the end, Columbus couldn't put away a chance. America scores a goal late right before the half. And I think this is about to become a tsunami. I think this game's over, to be honest. I really do. I mean, I don't see Columbus coming back. I really don't. I don't see Columbus coming back at all. Halftime or scores in the second half of the CONCACAF Central American Cup. Xelajú Firpo 1-1. Alajuelense 2-1 over Plaza Amador. And Plaza Amador is down a man. Alajuelense leads Group A as it stands, and Firpo will advance in second place. Amador, Xelajú, Dirianhen, 3rd, 4th, and 5th. Xelajú, well, actually, if Xelajú, they need to win a lot more. So, either way, they're pretty much cooked. Alajuelense and Firpo are the teams advancing as it stands. So, do that what you will. Second half, here we go. We're waiting for the second half. Second half, here we go. Yellow card. So it looks to me that we got all the MLS. What do you gain from winning this cup? A spot in the CONCACAF Champions Cup in the round of 16. You don't have to play in round 1, which Toluca, they are in round 1 as it stands for next year's Champions Cup. If they win this tournament, they'll have a first round. They'll have a bye to the round of 16, which I think the way they've played this year, they deserve that. So the fact they're defending champions, they've been amazing. Champs Cup defending champions. I think they deserve a round of 16 bye, so they really need to go for this tournament. Monterrey, if they win the tournament, they get in the Champions Cup when they wouldn't have without this tournament. Same with Leon. America, well, it's just America flexing on people. But either way, they still get a round of 16 berth because they won the tournament. Everybody gets a round of 16 berth if they win the final. If they make the final, they get a round 1 berth, which some teams would just have the same berth that they got in the league. But do that what you will. So far, 4-0 on the knockout predictions. Also, yes. There you go. 45 more minutes to go. No review. I don't think I'm going to review this match, to be honest. I think it's about to be a freaking tsunami, and I ain't got much to say, to be honest. We're going to finish the stream, and that'll be it for the day. Also, didn't get the best sleep last night, and I've already done 3 matches, so we'll come back for this one when we do the Leagues Cup recap. No review tonight, unless there's a big comeback. But either way, I don't think that's going to happen. But we'll finish the stream, of course. 45 more minutes of football. We'll finish the stream, and we'll be on our way. Alajuelense, still 2-1. We got the Central American Cup, Saprissa Olympia Saprissa tomorrow, live RSR. We will make a review for that one. But we'll be back tomorrow. And then Friday we have a prediction video, recap prediction video. Toronto plays Saturday, St. Louis plays Sunday. Second half, here we go. We're waiting for the second half. Think a Liga MX spot would get a spot at the Club World Cup in CONMEBOL? Not with the way Brazilian teams are playing, no. No. Not with the way Brazil teams are playing, no. Second half, here we go. Second half, here we go. How much of this game will become a Here we go, second half. Would Mexico be top 3 leagues in CONMEBOL, just under Brazil and maybe Argentina? I mean, yeah, I do believe Liga MX would be a top 3 league in CONMEBOL. But then they realize how MLS feels. Or at least, well, You want to know how MLS feels? Go to CONMEBOL. It's not going to be fun. I mean, I could see Mexico reaching second over Argentina with how their league is sort of wobbling as well. But they wouldn't be better than Brazil. They wouldn't. I don't see that. Not off the bat, anyway. 3-1 Alajuelense in the 79th minute. Well, they needed that. América, or Columbus, on the ball. Playing forward. América defending, 45th minute. Two 0. Two 0. Second half, 47th minute. 2 0. Playing forward. Crazy how no CONMEBOL national team has a positive record versus Mexico, but Brazil and Argentina. Playing forward. Shot, header, brought down. Nope, and off Rodriguez out for a throw. Forty-ninth minute. Two 0. 2-0. Boring second half so far. What happened to my dude Tajon Buchanan? He plays it like Tajon Buchanan, I think, plays at Villarreal. I think he's there with Kyle Laren. Yeah, Tajon Buchanan, Kyle Laren. If there we go. Tajon Buchanan, Villarreal. Yep. I mean, he's played 2 matches and scored no goals, but he's at Villarreal playing with Kyle Laren and Tenny Luache and another Canadian. Moved permanent in July of last year. Yeah. Players. Luache. Wait. Luache, Saliba, and Buchanan. My bad. Laren plays for... Didn't he used to play for them, though? I think he did. Ooh. "42nd minute, my bad." But there's a lot of Canadians on Villarreal. Downs be an interesting player if Portland are interested in him. I'll agree with that. Valladolid. Yeah, he played for Valladolid and Mallorca. There we go. Playing forward. So there's your answer. Valladolid. Laren played for Valladolid. It's late. Only got penalty, no good. Yeah. Well, Columbus didn't score on that penalty, so why are you mad about it? Is Marcelo Flores really 5'5"? Yeah, he's short. But yeah, Canadians. There's a lot of Canadians in Villarreal. I could see. Well, we'll see what happens with that. But either way. Oh. 53rd minute. Yeah, this game's boring at this point. I thought this was going to be... boring game so far. Shot wide. Playing forward. "54th minute. There we go. Playing forward. There's a... Yeah. 55th minute. I know there's a lot of Salvadoran diaspora in Toronto. Playing forward. Out for a goal kick. Like, Canada has a diaspora of everything, at least in some place. Probably multiple diasporas. I know there's multiple Italian diasporas. I know Montreal's got a big Italian diaspora, too. Name it, it's probably there. I know Toronto has a big Bosnian and Croatian diaspora as well. Name it, it's there. 2-0. Dos settle. 56th minute. 2-0. Columbus, part of a boring game right now. Caught by Cota. Here's a chance. Rodriguez shot saved by Schulte and offside. '58th minute. '58th minute. I disagree with that. Either way, 58th minute. Shot saved. Playing forward, cleared away by América, 59th minute. Headed away, not good enough. Ball crossed in, punched. Header away by América, or backwards to get it clear, but playing forward. But 60th minute, past the hour mark. 60th minute. Playing forward is América. Rodriguez running. Still América. Could this be 3? Could this be 3? Shot blocked away. Somehow, no, it wasn't. Vega. 61st minute. Over the top. Henry Martin header. Saved by Schulte. My Facebook Reels at 9.3K views now. Can't believe it finally started going viral after 48 hours of posting, and it's being stuck at 400 views. So sometimes that happens. I mean, the slow burn ones are rare, but those happen in general. $62nd minute. $62nd minute. $3 RPM. Nice. $30, $3 RPM. That's pretty good. 62nd minute. $63rd minute. $63rd minute. 2-0. América, yeah, no review for this one. Playing forward. Shot! Oh, what a save. It's all happening so fast. That's a good thing. Nice. I'm glad things are going well for you, man. I'm glad. 64th minute. $64th minute. $65th minute. $65th minute. Nice. Hey, you gotta flex, eh? 65th minute. Got something to flex today. I mean, hey. 65th minute. Tapia and Gazdag coming on. And Joseph is off. Andre Gomes on as well. Bryce Mendez and Sean Boast are off. Yeah, Columbus is waving the white flag. It's what we call a white flag, my friends. Bryce Mendez, Sean Boast, and Joseph off for Gazdag, Gomes, and Tapia. Yeah, they're waving the white flag. Game over. Game over. And Alajuelense beats Amador. Plaza Amador 3-1. Shelahu 1-1 against LA Firpo. Alajuelense wins Group A. LA Firpo advances in second place. Plaza Amador eliminated in third place. Shelahu fourth place. Vivian fifth place. So, we all know who the top 8 is in CONCACAF Central American Cup now. The only thing we don't know is who wins Group C, which that's what we'll watch tomorrow. If Olimpia ties or wins, they win the group. If Saprissa wins the group. So that's how simple that is. So there we go. 67th minute, 2-0. Alajuelense wins their group 3-1. They needed to win the match, and they did win the match. They survived the scare that LA Firpo put down their spine. So, do that what you will. 67th minute. All right. Playing forward, America. Here's a chance. Shot over the bar. 68th minute. We're under 100 away. It's crazy, man. We are at 4905. We are 95 away. 95 subs away from 5K. Should have passed that by the World Cup, but YouTube went and stabbed me in the back. Either way, let's bare minimum, let's get 5K by the end of the year. I think we will, but it's crazy, man. Definitely proud of it, though. Either way, 2-0. Dos a cero. I'm proud of the work I do. So, that's all that matters. Can't really control the algorithm. I just got to be... I'm proud of the work I do, and that's all that matters. The algorithm doesn't back it. It is what it is. I'm proud of the work I do. So... Either way, 70th minute. So crazy. $31 for 3. Eric Bailly coming on for Moreira. We'll see how that turns out. No review tonight, though. We're just going to move on. And I'll see you tomorrow night. Live and review for Alajuelense or Olimpia Saprissa, but no review tonight. '90th or 70th minute. '70th minute. Columbus Need to get a Valdez shirt or jersey soon. Honestly, don't blame you at all. Ball crossed in. Gomes. Shot blocked away. Cleared away. '71st minute. People 35 and up are really liking my stuff more than the people that are 25, 34. Well, there you go. Going to get to 50K subs. I mean, I would assume I will at some point. I just... America going forward. I would assume I'd get to 50K subs at some point. Yeah. I mean, I feel like I deserve to be at that sort of level, but Columbus has the ball. But either way, I'm sure one day we'll see what happens. I do kind of feel like that's what I deserve, but, you know. I mean, I guess it could be in the same series, but I mean, I'd rather focus on the matches than the news. You know, I'm not... I mean, I have done roster videos for, like, the World Cup and such, but I'd rather focus on the matches than the news. I'm not... And besides, most of the news that people truly care about is non-CONCACAF news. Like, I did a Messi to Miami video when it got announced in the first place. 73rd minute. Violante and Borja, all for Arriaga Espinoza. I mean, I've done things like that, and I do TFC transfer news. I've done that before. But I'm more of... I prefer to talk about the matches. Like, if Infantino gets pushed out, am I going to do a video smoking an Infantino pack, so to speak? Like Rip Bozo smoking the Infantino pack? Yeah, I'll do that, for sure. Whether it is because he loses his election or he gets no confidence, I'll do that. But, like, it's got to be big, big news. CONCACAF related or something like Infantino gets finally pushed out. But you want to learn about news, I feel like there are other guys to go to that focus on that. Especially like Zealandism. I mean, I'm more like talking about the tactics and the matches and such like that. That's what I like to do. Like, what else can I say? What else can I say about news that everybody else hasn't said? Right? I don't feel like... I mean, unless it's like Toronto FC news or something like Infantino, that's more of like... And if Infantino got pushed out, I could see it being more of a Chiseled Adonis, like, trolling Infantino video than anything else. Like, it's more making fun of Infantino being a loser and a jackass and a corrupt SOB finally getting what he deserves. Like, I don't see it really being talking about the news. It'd be more of like, hey, Infantino finally got pushed out. That's what you deserve, you rat. Like, and just roasting the shit out of him. That's probably what's going to be. I mean, I mean, I never thought of it that way, but okay. 76 minute. Either way. Never thought of it that way, but like, I mean, I've done Toronto news before. I did the Messi to Miami video. I mean, I did a video about Saudi Arabia going to the Gold Cup. It's coming from your point of view that makes it unique. I mean, I do have a pretty unique point of view, that is true. But either way, I mean, I did whenever Henry Martin and Sanchez off for Cardenas and Conceição. 77 minute. Like, I did a video back when they announced Saudi Arabia was going to be in the 2024 or 2023, or no, 2025 and 2027 Gold Cups, about them being in those Gold Cups. I did that news video, but it has to matter to, like, TFC or Big in CONCACAF or some like the Super League, which I've done before, or basically with all the matches I'm doing, it's hard for me to have an open spot to talk about news. It has to be really big for me to either make an extra video during the day to talk about the news, or it's the way the schedule is. I mean, I could. And the problem is it seems to me that if I do multiple videos a day, it doesn't exactly, it's hard for them both to blow up, or both of them to do good. One of them's going to take a hit. It's very rare where I do 2 videos in one day and they both do amazingly. Now, could I do a show on a Friday or a Monday? Well, I guess Friday, like when I'm normally off for the most part. And for the most of the year, do like this week and something and make it about news and my thoughts about it. Maybe, possible. But then you're kind of walking on, doesn't matter once you get to Friday. 78th minute. Do that what you want. And maybe all sports or just football? I don't know. Either way. It's a thought process. And I guess maybe my prediction videos could be put into those this week videos. Or the bulk of, especially like the end of the round of the midweek game type. I guess I could. Like when I do prediction videos, like the CONCACAF Champions Cup at the end of the round, before the next round, or Central American Cup, Leagues Cup, like when it's a midweek tournament, I guess I could add that, because it would be talking about some in the week. And just add my predictions to it, and it would be one video on a Friday. I don't know. It's something to think about. Definitely something to think about, for sure. I mean, you're right. It's something to think about. If I'm going to do it, I'm probably going to wait till next year. Wait till January to do it, because why start? Small clips at the end of your video. Well, I don't have the rights to. Pereira on for America. I don't have the rights to clips. To show clips. Oscar Pereira, is that the one who used to play for Orlando? No, it's a different one. He played for Strasbourg. Huh. There you go. 80th minute. Wait, did one of America's coaches get sent off? 10 minutes to go. Yourself on topics throughout the stream or whatever. Oh. Well, that could work too. If there's more of like, maybe more of like, here's an instant reaction that I had during the stream for this item. And then how do I feel now? I guess that's a good thought process, maybe. And I guess it puts over to streams as well. That's a good thought process. Maybe. Maybe that could be, because, I mean, Friday makes the most sense. Like, why would you make a weekly show on Monday? Like, you go from Saturday to the next Friday, and anything that happens from Saturday to the Friday of, it's in the show. Then, either way, 80th minute. (2-0), 81st minute. Something to think about. True. Don't. You see how it goes. People like it. Probably add one more show at the beginning of the week or in the middle of the week. Well, Friday and Monday make the most sense because those are normally my off days anyway. Like Friday, shot saved from Tuesday to Friday, and then Saturday, Sunday, Monday. It's Friday then. It's Saturday, Sunday. What? It's Friday then. Whatever. We'll see. It's a thought. It's a thought. It's a thought. But doing it right now when it's really just games and barely any news, January's probably the time to start it. And it could be the fact that this channel's about all sports, I think I would throw them all in, to be honest. Probably focus on football, but would I touch on hockey? Maybe. I'm not putting on a suit every week. You're crazy. The only way I would wear suits every week for something like that is if I had a suit collection like Don Cherry. That's the only way that would happen. 83rd minute. Besides, if I had a green screen, it probably would work better, but either way. Playing forward. 83rd minute. Yeah. I'll workshop it at least. It's a thought. Let me workshop it. Here comes America. Here's a chance. Goes down in the box. No penalty. I know I am a beauty. Yeah, I know. Well. Yeah. We'll go with it. Either way. Well, why would you want to compare me to Pat McAfee if you hate Pat McAfee? That makes no sense. Are you saying before you hated Pat McAfee? I mean, he's kind of gotten annoying. I won't lie. I even like Pat. Well, I used to really like Pat McAfee, but he's kind of gotten annoying. Dude's kind of gotten a little bit high on his own supply, and I'm not talking about the weed. I'm talking about the ego. Don Cherry reference. Thank me very much. True. You're a beauty. Yeah, there you go. 85th minute. Good old Canadian boy. Good old redneck Canadian boy. I mean, I really used to like Pat McAfee, but I'm kind of like, he is kind of getting a little bit egotistical. I'm not going to lie. I mean, understandably kind of, but also not in the same way. I think anybody who has common sense misses Don Cherry. Or actually loves hockey for what it is, misses Don Cherry. The heated rivalry fan base are the ones who don't miss Don Cherry. Those are the type of people who don't want who don't miss Don Cherry is the heated rivalry fan base, so to speak. So to speak. Wear a poppy, that's all I'm gonna say. Like, what's wrong about, like, why is it wrong? Like, what's wrong with wearing a poppy? Jesus. That was blown out of proportion. Like, there are things that Don Cherry said that should have got him fired before the poppy thing. Let's be real. There were things that should have got Don Cherry fired, but the poppy thing was... that was blown out of proportion. I don't care. Like, there are things that I'd cringed, like, there are things in the past that I'm like, you know what, maybe that's what should have been it. But the poppy thing, really? Whatever. Shorzy, that's where it's at. Letterkenny and Shorzy. Jared Kizo is a genius. That's all I'm going to say. Either way. 87th minute. Either way. Let me put it like this. There are things in Canada that you better love if you were truly Canadian. Don Cherry, the tragically hip, hockey, duh, and yeah, we'll say Letterkenny and Shorzy. Yeah, we'll say that. We'll say that. That's a more newish answer, but still. Yeah. If you don't love those things, I don't know if you're actually Canadian. Or at least not a bulk of those things. I don't know if you know what it means to be a Canadian if you don't like hockey and Don Cherry and the tragically hip and Shorzy and Letterkenny. And Summers at the Cottage. Well, I don't know, man. I don't know. 88th minute. And, well, Shania Twain. Probably too mainstream country. I can see why people don't like Bret Hart. Bret Hart is an acquired taste. You have to like technical wrestling, and you have to like understand why he's such a crotchety old man. I mean, it's true though. Oh no. Drake was never like unanimously loved by Canadians even before Kendrick dropped Not Like Us on his head. That was more, to be honest, that was more of a poser's idea of header over the bar. Oh, John Candy. Oh, there's another one. John Candy. If you don't love John Candy, you ain't Canadian. You don't know what it means to be Canadian. I know John Candy's dead, but John Candy is a legend. 90th minute. I dig the Hitman. That's true wrestling psychology. I agree with that. 90th minute. Even though I think if Owen lived longer, I think Owen in ring was, I mean, Bret was awesome, don't get me wrong. But I think Owen in ring legitimately might have been the better wrestler. And Owen definitely had more charisma. If Owen lived long enough, or lived longer, I think he would have been the bigger star, to be honest. But, I mean, that's not to put down Bret. I just think Owen... had a little bit more pizzazz than Brett, to be honest. And he knew how to use it, so. Four minutes of stoppage time, in my opinion, but ball crossed in, punched away. Oh, also the World Juniors, but I guess that goes with hockey. If you don't spend Boxing Day to New Year's watching the World Juniors on a repeat, are you really Canadian? But I guess that goes with hockey, to be honest, in general. "92 minutes. If they put a picture of Drake and one of Carney, who do you think would get recognized more in Canada? Honestly, probably Drake, but I don't think you realize how much Mark Carney brainwashed people at the start of last year when he became the Liberal leader. And how much he saved the Liberals' asses from being destroyed after Trudeau left the party in a lurch. Even though Mark Carney, honestly, well, he did show some backbone when he told Trump to F off during the trade negotiations at the end there, shot wide. But, elbows up was kind of a lie until his hand was forced, to be honest. And it was only because I think Trump wanted French taken off packaging. So Trump insulted Quebec pretty much, and that basically stopped the new trade treaty from becoming a thing. I don't know why he cared about that so much, but yeah, that tracks. Either way. Basically, my point is this. People were treating Mark Carney like frickin' Tony Blair at the beginning of last year, so to speak. Or JFK. Except he is nowhere near the man JFK was. Either way. I don't know nothing about Tony Blair. Either way. Except that he was former Prime Minister of the UK. Either way. 94th minute. Either way. But now probably Drake. But I think you're kind of underrating how many people would. I mean, Carney's the Prime Minister. He got the most votes. I mean, it was 50-50 pretty much. But he still got the most votes of any Prime Minister, I think. But it was 50-50, basically. To the point where it was a minority government until he got people to... Tony Blair was Bush's lapdog. 94th minute. To be fair, I was like 3, 4, and 5 when that happened. 12K. Nice. And it's full time. 2-0. América advances. MLS has been wiped out. 2-0 esta noche. América avanzar contra Monterrey. Toluca avanzar contra León. MLS eliminado. Liga MX. Total avanzar. There you go. $36, nice. With that being said, America moves on, and I was right about every game this round. I was right about the washout. It happened. The MLS teams weren't good enough this year. They just weren't. MLS, alto! Macron, I think. Macron was the one who was with his teacher. Trudeau was a drama teacher, which is where he got caught doing the minstrel act. Macron's the one who got groomed by his teacher. Trudeau was the one who was a drama teacher. there's a difference. With that being said, if you like this stream, with that landmine thrown on the ground, let's finish the show. With that being said, if you like this stream, like it, share, subscribe. You know what it is. Tell your friends. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell notification once subscribe. Hit that hype button. Put this up in the algorithm. Hit that join button. Become a member. Send some chats on the live streams. Comment on this video. Put this in playlist. Share with friends and family. All that great stuff. I'll see you tomorrow, 9:30 p.m. Central, for the live watch-along and review of Olympia versus Saprissa. We'll review the game once it's over. We will have a review tomorrow, but no review tonight. Yeah, that's what I was pointing out. God bless you. That's what I was pointing out. Yeah, either way, yeah. That's what I was referring to, yes. That's what I was referring to, yes. Either way. When he was a drama teacher. But either way. With that being said, I'll see you tomorrow. TFC plays, or Friday, we got the Central American Cup group stage recap, knockout predictions. TFC Saturday, St. Louis Sunday, Monday. Run it back and Leagues Cup quarterfinal reaction, semifinal prediction Tuesday. We'll see what happens with that, with the rest of the schedule. And month ahead on Tuesday. Wait. Yeah, a month ahead on Tuesday. With that being said, I will see you tomorrow. I'm Ron and I'm out. Peace. See you.